What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Please hit the like. Sub to this channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball as well as boxing community. We're not talking about, we're talking about basketball a little bit later, but at this point, we're not talking about boxing nor basketball. What's up, Alex? All right, let's go ahead and get right to it. This weekend was action-packed, but you already know what two games I'm focused on, and that is the AFC, the battle for AFC supremacy between these four teams. I'm gonna break down both games because it was highly anticipated. The first game that I'm going to talk about is the Ravens versus the Steelers. Look, a lot of people, they sit up here. Okay, you're talking. Well, I mean, the Lions already got the. Look, this is gonna make you feel happy, Alex. I got the Lions going to the Super Bowl. Okay, it's either gonna be them or the Commanders. Okay, so, but like I said, we ain't talking about the Lions. We talking about the AFC crown. To me, that's a little bit more important. Okay, what's up, Ted? To me, that's more important. It's not the Lions are gonna be the Lions. The Lions are gonna get there. I think that they're gonna be either in the NFC Championship or they'll be in the Super Bowl. But AFC is more important right now at this juncture because you have some scenarios that a lot of people are more interested in. Okay, first off, you have a team in the Ravens, and I keep telling people, y'all sat up here and y'all said, "Oh, you straight, you capping," and all this other stuff. When I was telling y'all about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, not so much Derrick Henry, but really Lamar Jackson, that they got exposed. Okay, and they definitely got exposed this game. Listen, I told y'all that the Steelers, I had the Steelers, and it was going to be either between the Steelers or the Bills that will ultimately come out of the AFC to beat the Chiefs, not the Ravens. Okay. First off, I'm as much smoke as I want to give Lamar Jackson. I really can't do that. He outplayed Russell Wilson. I think Lamar Jackson had 207 yards, one touchdown, one interception, and Russell Wilson, he managed the game. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. This was a defensive game, your low-scoring game, line of scrimmage game. This game was won by T.J. Watt and Fitzpatrick. Okay, more so Fitzpatrick, even though that T.J. Watt had he had a sack as well as 3 tackles, but I give the edge to Fitzpatrick, and I also get the edge to Wilson too. What's up, Mike? I ain't see you in a minute. You said Russell Wilson and the Steelers. I should have. You said in the coaching. Well, like I said, I'm giving the smoke to Harbaugh. Why would you run it? Why would you go like right there? To me, just go ahead. Why would you go a 2-point conversion? Okay, and they already know what Lamar Jackson is going to do. Okay, they already know what Mike Tomlin knows what Lamar Jackson is going to do. He respects Lamar Jackson, Mr. Jackson as he calls him, but he ain't afraid of him. He already knows what you're finna do. Derrick Henry really couldn't get off. Okay, he really couldn't get off. We knew that he wouldn't get off. Matter of fact, he had his first fumble. I think in quite some time. Okay, listen. I keep telling y'all, the Ravens are not going to come out of the AFC. And then what's going to end up happening, Harbaugh is going to be out of there. This was on Harbaugh. This wasn't on Lamar Jackson so much, and this wasn't on Derrick Henry. Russ is a master at game management. Uh, well, I mean, not. I mean, at this stage of his career, he is. But Russell, about 8, 9 years ago, Russell would have did a lot better than what he's doing now. Y'all looking at Russell now, an older Russell Wilson. Nah, Russell Wilson would have been able to capitalize and single-handedly take over the game um, when he was with the Seahawks. We all know I'm about to say Russell Simmons. Lord have mercy. We all know Russell Wilson's mo. He won't play that good in the first half, but then in the second half he heats up, and that's from a season perspective too. Russell Wilson has always heated up in the playoffs. I mean, with the exception of the Broncos and his later career with the Seattle Seahawks when injuries started to take a toll on him. But Russell Wilson at this stage of his career, that's all he needs to do is game manage, man. He got to take the Peyton Manning approach. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk about the Ravens or somebody like that, you got people coming out of the woodwork. I mean, you got Mike coming out here, and I ain't seen him in I don't know how long. But hey, Mike, I'm probably gonna piss you off even a little bit more too. Y'all not going nowhere, man. Y'all might as well go ahead and kiss that AFC crown goodbye. Y'all not going nowhere. Y'all been getting exposed. Y'all got exposed with the Browns, and y'all got exposed with us, the Buccaneers. And I know some people gonna say, "Oh yeah, well we beat the Buccaneers and everything," but we still did somewhat of a good job of containing y'all. So if your feelings are hurt because I said that, it's the truth. Y'all got to look at the man who is drawn. Well, he's the head coach, and y'all got to look at the play caller. You know. So y'all not going nowhere. And I told everybody about the Steelers. Everybody wanted to sit up there and say, "Oh man, straight, you capping and da 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 da," and Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. They're gonna win the championship and all this other stuff. That ain't happening. Well, it hadn't always been coaching. let's not act like it's been Harbaugh's fault the whole season. Nah, Lamar Jackson. There was a couple of times. Yeah, listen. That's the thing. That's another thing too. I was on Scrub Zero show. Shout out to Scrub Zero. Shout out to Outlaw, Trigger Man, all them guys over there, man, and Jose, and all them guys. Look, y'all really haven't been battle tested. Y'all really haven't been battle tested. If you really want to be honest, the Ravens haven't really been battle tested. Y'all, you can say that in the middle of the at the beginning of the season and stuff, or y'all coming back and stuff like that. But y'all haven't been as battle tested, I would say, as the Steelers. Everybody keeps saying that. Oh yeah, well the Steelers they played trash teams. Who the fuck y'all been playing, Mike? Who the fuck have y'all been playing? Y'all played the Browns team. Y'all got whooped. Y'all played the Bucks. Y'all beat the shit out of us. You know what I'm saying? But you still got exposed, and y'all got 4 losses on y'all record, and actually some of those were winnable games. This right here was a winnable game. So to me, that's not being battle tested. Steelers have been battle tested from an individual standpoint. Russell Wilson, he's been battle tested because of the quarterback controversy. They've been battle tested because the Steelers are facing. They're in the AFC, and everybody else is talking about the Bills and the Chiefs and talking about y'all asses. Underrated? Nah, man, he ain't no underrated coach, man. Nah, Mike Tomlin. I can understand what you're saying, Ted, but nah, you know what? When people say that to me, I don't look at it from that standpoint. You know why? Because Mike Tomlin ain't lost. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't had no losing season, I should say. But there are some people that feel like Mike Tomlin does have to get over the hump. He is the noise. I fucks with Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is that guy. Mike Tomlin lets you be yourself, but Mike Tomlin is no nonsense. Mike Tomlin, I said if he lost this season, I'll put it to you like this: if if he would have made if with that change that he made with Russell Wilson, if he would have lost after changing Justin Fields at quarterback, I would have had his job in question. But he sees something that everybody else doesn't. You was hating on Rush before the season. He said he washed and justice should start. Listen. Listen. You got to understand. Russell Wilson is not the same. And listen, I'm gonna be real with you right now, Ted. And it wasn't no hate. That's not on hating on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson really didn't play as good as what you think. He didn't. I mean, he what's it called? Played better than he did. He outplayed Lamar Jackson. If we want to go there, but I still think that Justin Fields should start. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, for him to gain that experience or whatnot. Because how do we really know? Is he gonna come in at the playoffs and be a playoff choker? Whereas if you really want to get cerebral with the shit, you don't have no film on Justin Fields. So it could actually be a blessing in disguise. You know, it's a risk reward type of deal. So let's say they do fuck around and do the unthinkable and go to the AFC Championship, or they win a playoff game or something like that with Justin Fields. Well, guess what? They ain't got no film on them. That's why I'm putting Jaden Daniels up there really high, because they don't have no film on Jaden Daniels. Now, once they get film on them, then it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But it wasn't no hate. I love Russell Wilson as a player. I like Russell Wilson. But let's just be honest. This ain't the same Russell Wilson that was in Seattle when he was playing with the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? But he still is that guy. I felt like he had a better season than what people give him credit for when he was in Denver. So that's not hating, man. That's just like saying that should be Justin Fields right now. He is the future. You want to put him in there right now. And Justin Fields, he didn't do it. You act like Justin Fields did a bad job or something. He ain't do no bad job. You know what I'm saying? He was winning games. The same shit that you see Russell Wilson do, Justin Fields was doing. You just said he was game managing, right? That's what you think Justin Fields was doing. Yeah, he a good dude, good husband, all that other bullshit, but people don't want to see that, man. They want to see you. Man, listen, man, don't nobody give a fuck about you being a good dude. And man, you could give it to charity. You could go, go to the damn Children's Miracle Network, and you know what I'm saying, go see people that that's sick and all this other bullshit. Man, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. They want to know if you're gonna win football games. You know what I'm saying? Now me, I care about that stuff. But the average fan, man, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Come on, man, what you doing? They don't care about none of that. Yeah, but Russell Wilson throwing TD to receiver. Justin wasn't doing that. Okay, but was he winning the game though? See, you all about looking pretty and stuff like that. That's the thing. You rather have a guy like, I go back to that Paul George bullshit. You rather have Paul George putting up all these numbers and look pretty with it than to win. Listen, man, I don't give a fuck how he got the win. And if he a game manager, guess what? Manage that motherfucker well. He wasn't up in there turning over the ball. He wasn't making dumbass decisions or none of that other stuff. And on top of that, man, you act like he been in the league. Think about how many years in the league um, Justin Fields been in there in comparison to um, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is a champion. Russell Wilson has been in pressure situations more so than Justin Fields. This is a learning experience for Justin Fields. And on top of that, he coming from an organization that don't even know what the fuck they doing. Raven is still gonna beat them in Pittsburgh. We'll have to see. But I mean, you could do that all day, Mike. It don't matter what y'all do in the regular season. Y'all are a hype job, man. Y'all are a hype job. Y'all, we know y'all ain't beating the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes is what's it called? Lamar Jackson's kryptonite, and the Ravens kryptonite, and Harbaugh kryptonite. Y'all not gonna beat the Chiefs. I don't see y'all beating the Bills if y'all get in a situation with the Bills. I don't see y'all beating them. They are a hype job. They got great talent. Love Lamar Jackson. You gotta love Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But can't never capitalize when it's when all the chips are on the table. You can't do it. You said Russ is back to being humble. Man, he always been humble. Russ always been humble. Russ is a genuinely good dude, man. But like I said, man, that ain't what people want to see. Man, Joe Burrow, man. I don't know what's going on with Cincinnati, man, but Joe Burrow, yeah, he is doing what he could do, man. And I'm not a huge Joe Burrow fan like that. I mean, he got his money and everything, but I'm not no huge Joe Burrow fan like that. I'm just not. Some people feel like that Super Bowl he made it to was a fluke. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Yeah, hey, you said 15 touchdown, 11 INTs, but listen, man, we all know that's let's go ahead and talk about this game right here. This was actually I was more interested in this game more than anything else. Um, and the reason is because y'all got to understand that the Bills always do good against the Chiefs in the regular season. Their problem lies in the playoffs when Josh Allen has faced Pat Mahomes. And it's the same situation like with Lamar Jackson. The only difference with Lamar Jackson facing Mahomes and the Chiefs is the fact that they do poorly in both. They perform poorly in the regular season, and they perform poorly on the playoff stage, or when it comes to, in this case last year, the conference finals, or the conference championship. My bad. But let's talk about this game right here. Okay, the Bills were able to come through in the clutch with Josh Allen. I think he had what, a 20? It was a 26-yard run, 26 or 27-yard run to go ahead and seal everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, Josh Allen was just absolutely. He was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a little better. He had what, 200? I think it was like 260 something yards, one touchdown, one interception. And then Pat Mahomes, of course, he didn't play his best game. He had two interceptions. I think he had like 195 yards. Didn't really play that good. Um, Completion percentage was horrible. Um, but hey, Pat Mahomes, man. I mean, like I said, man, he'll fool you in the regular season, man. But then, like when the playoffs come, he heat up. So, um, this is what I also got to say too. If it wasn't for Xavier Worthy, listen, man, Kelsey, you can't depend on him anymore. You can't depend on him anymore. Um, you just can't. Bills fan got mad when Josh Allen. I mean, but listen, bro. Josh Allen has to win. He got to win against Mahomes in the playoffs. He got to get it done in the playoffs, man. Other than that, they're gonna look at Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson in the same light. Only difference is Lamar Jackson got the edge on Josh Allen. I'm not saying he's a better overall quarterback. I think Josh Allen is a better overall quarterback than Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson is more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? If we're going by entertainment value and athleticism and just popularity and all that stuff, yeah, Lamar Jackson, more exciting, Lamar Jackson. But who would I rather have as my quarterback? I would rather have if I'm trying to win, I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Because Josh Allen can do a lot more. And people get mad when I say that. Lamar Jackson is my favorite out of all of them. If we want to be technical, yeah, I like Lamar Jackson better than Allen, better than Mahomes, and all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me. But who is the better out of all of them? It's Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Who would I take out of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson? I'm taking Mahomes because I know Mahomes is going. My homeboy is gonna get it done. No, you didn't, man. You didn't say he was a paper champ. Stop that capping. I sat up here and I told y'all that the Steelers. I got oh yeah, nah, that's cap. Um, had Ted up in there laughing and all this other stuff. Um, when I told y'all that the Steelers, that I got the Steelers coming out of the AFC. Y'all looked at me like I was crazy. Now, the season ain't done yet, but y'all talk about, oh man, it's still early. Da, 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 da. It ain't early no more. It ain't early no more. We only got, what, 7 more games left. It's not early now. We got 7 more games left. So don't try to come up in here saying, oh yeah, you told me about this, you told me about that. You ain't tell me about nothing, man. I got the Bills, put your money where your mouth is. Shoot, let's do it. You ain't, man, say less. I got the Steelers. What's up? Put 600 on it. Where you at? Yeah, man, yeah, don't talk money unless you really about it, bro. Talking about put my money where my mouth is. Nah, man. Shit. Don't put your money where your mouth is, man. You're supposed to put your money where your bitch lay. That's what you're really supposed to do. Yeah. You don't know me too well. Yeah, man, put your money where your mouth is. Like you're talking to somebody like at 5 years old or something like that, man. You better get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Yeah, sure, we can do it any type of way you want to. Cash App, Venmo, all this other stuff. But see, you don't even know what we really betting at. See, you trying to bet me that the Bills are coming out and everything. My bet is that I have the Steelers as the best chance of facing the they got the best chance of beating Kansas City, which means that I got the Steelers going further than both the Bills and the Ravens, Steven. I'm trying to tell you, Steven, man, the Bills are a hype job too. They a hype job too. I'm not gonna just give the smoke to Lamar Jackson. What's his name? Josh Allen been a hype job too, man. Josh Allen been a hype job too. He can never get it done when it counted. That's always been the knock on Josh Allen. It don't take nothing away from his talent or nothing, but he can't never get it done when it matters the most. If you gonna be considered, MVP and all this other stuff, just like they calling him MVP candidate and stuff like that shit done. Burrow better than who? Than Josh Allen? I mean, success-wise, yeah, but as a quarterback, no. I'm taking Josh Allen still. Joe Burrow, what has he done since, man? And Joe Burrow, lucky to have Jamar Chase. I mean, if I had a receiver like a Jamar Chase, Jamar Chase came in breaking records, man. Let's stop that, man. You got somebody that, man, you could throw it and he gonna go up and get it at any time. Nah, what is he doing though? He ain't done nothing since. Right now it's Josh Allen. You gotta think about it. And then he came back. I know he been hurt and stuff like that, but the thing about it is I'm gonna take durability. And Cypress TV brought up something really key too. I got to mention this too. Shout out to Cyber TV. He said this about the Bills too, Ted and Steven. This is what he said. I don't know if Steven still there. I guess he ran away when we started talking money. That nigga was gone like pew, like Speedy Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, don't bring up money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you up in here talking about, oh yeah, let's bet and everything like that, man. Do you know what area you in? Do you know that this is the Lions Den? Nigga, don't niggas will come in here looking for their money too. I remember shout out to Hollywood Herm. I remember it was like about a year ago or something like that. Somebody owed him some money, man, and I was doing a live. That motherfucker just tapped in talking about, yeah, man, such and such owed me some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we put money on the table. Don't call out no money. Don't call out no bet. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to. Then you don't want to do it. I don't want to hear none of this stuff Stephen talking about. Nah, I was just playing. I was just joking. I just want to see where your head was at. I'm like, nah, go ahead. Let's put a rack on it, man. Put a rack on it. Nah, I'm messing with him, man. But anyways, he wants some. Hey, he wants some sort of get back. Yeah, the Cowboys ain't doing that good, so hey, he got to take his anger out on something else, man. I don't blame him. I'll be mad too. I mean, we should be mad. I should be mad at you. Look at it. Look at what we got going on, man. Look at us, man. We uh we depleted right now too. The 49ers are depleted, but they still 5-5 though. They at 500. The 49ers are depleted. The Cowboys depleted. Tampa Bay depleted. Houston, to a certain extent, is depleted, but they still winning though. Yeah, shout out to the Packers. Shout out to the Packers, man. Shout out to the Packers. Yeah, Steven up in here, he mad about the Cowboys and stuff like that, man. Don't be mad at me. Y'all cannot get mad at me. Hold on one sec, y'all. It's raining out here. Yeah, I'm always gonna ride for Dak. Listen, man, bruh, everybody has bad seasons. Everybody go through tumultuous seasons and stuff. I like Dak, man. Dak done been through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna base his career off one season. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, to be honest with you, Dak is really not supposed to be. If we want to get technical, Dak Prescott really ain't even really supposed to be playing. If you take a look at that injury that he had a season or two ago, he bounced right back, Ted, from a. I'm talking about an excruciating injury, man. And to be able to make the playoffs right after that, man, you got to give that man credit. Listen, he played poorly, but you got Mike McCarthy where the game is caught up with him. You got on the defensive end, y'all went from being a really great elite defense and having a great coach in Dan Quinn to going to a guy that's below mediocre that was in Minnesota. And the game is caught up to Mike McCarthy. You have players that can't stay healthy. That's what, and I like Mike. What's it called, Michael Parsons and everything. I see Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons be. I mean, he was at the Tyson fight. He doing podcasts. I see Michael Parsons being more of an entertainer than he care about the game. You got CeeDee Lamb that don't know how to run no goddamn routes. He got his money. He hadn't been performing like he's supposed to. And you consistently got people out on defense too. And then in the past, I think last season, you had a whole bunch of his offensive line out and stuff like that. Oh, okay, there goes Steven. Yeah, Steven, man, we mentioned money, man. He was gone. Yeah, yeah, he hurt his shoulder on a touchdown. Well, at least I think he ended up catching that touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Man, what is going on? That's all right. Jordan Love will be all right. I like Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love got the edge on C.J. Stroud right now. I think Jordan Love is a slept on quarterback, man. Jordan Love, that's another quarterback too. That's another quarterback that okay, he'll start heating up at any given time. Like he heated up last year. So I'm not hard on I'm not too hard on Jordan Love. I was hard on him like the season before last. You know what I'm saying? When he had and he had weapons. Now Aaron Jones, as much as I like Aaron Jones, he was getting hurt at times. But you said our coach went for it on 4th and goal. You know, a lot of coaches. Uh, I think a lot of coaches would have took that risk. Cause how many minutes did y'all have? How many minutes did y'all have left though? If you got like 4 minutes on the clock, Ted, or something like that, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you got like if you like 5 minutes and below, hell yeah, go for that motherfucker. Yeah. 6 minutes, yeah, go ahead and go for it. Cause anything can happen. Yeah, go for it. Now, like, see, this is what my problem was. You got Dan Campbell last season. He would go for it like it'd be like what? What you got? 11 minutes, 11 minutes or some shit, and then you go for it or something like that. You got plenty of time, or you doing that shit in the third quarter. Okay, then I'm like, okay, what the hell wrong with you? or take three and then get another stop. Yeah, I mean, look, bro. But yeah, I don't. Were people mad at that? I didn't look at that game, though, Ted. That's the thing. I didn't watch the Packers game like that. Yeah, but let me talk about. I'm gonna talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm getting on hoops now. We talking basketball now. We went from the gridiron to the hardwood. Um, Gridiron to the hardwood. It's all good. The Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Um, right, that's great. Yeah, they 15-0. And I don't mean to rain on nobody parade, but now we haven't seen anything quite like this with Donovan Mitchell. But and I named Donovan Mitchell because he's another guy that's a hype job too. Um, but like let's just be real. Do you really see the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the championship? Like, is that a team that you could sit up there and say, okay, yeah, these they a legit team. They could beat Boston. Can y'all say that? Nah, not at all. They can't beat. They're not going to be able to beat Boston. Um, Cleveland, and another thing is they really haven't. And I always say this again. It's about being battle tested, man. It's about being battle tested. Y'all might think that I'm bullshitting when I say some stuff like that, but you're gonna have to experience some adversity throughout the season. Now, last season they had some adversity. Um, could they have possibly won if they had Donovan Mitchell? I think they could have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shit on Spider Mitchell like that. I think they would have had a better chance to win, but you also got to think Jared Allen was out too. They didn't have their pieces, but now they got all of their guys. I call them the big four really. You got Mobley, you got Allen, you got Garland, and you got Mitchell. You got those guys right there, and in my opinion, when you have those four guys right there, you're giving they got a better chance of winning. Whereas you'll have this guy out. You know what I'm saying? I think Garland was hurt. Garland was hurt earlier last season, so now they got all their weapons back. I still feel this way. I still feel that um how they did JB Bickerstaff was wrong. Yeah, they a deep team. They a deep team, man. They still got the same core too. Remember, a lot of people look. We got to understand this too, Ted. Check this out. Donovan was either going to leave if JB didn't leave, or he was going to, he made the decision to go ahead and stay. It was one of those situations. It was one of those situations right there. Or he was gonna try to get up out of there, which I felt was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And the Cavs, look, they're not even talking about it that much in the media. Like they're not even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? They rather talk about they they rather show Bronny James G League games and shit. They rather talk about that or whatever. They're not talking. Like I said, man, we are definitely gonna talk about it. But they a hype job, man. You say Cleveland played Boston this week in Big Test. I mean, it's just the regular season, but we'll have to see. I mean, look, as deep as Cleveland is, and as good as a defensive team that they are, like, can you stop Jason Tatum? Can you stop Jaylen Brown? Can can you deal with Swiss Army knives that they got on their team when we talk about Drew Holiday, when we talk about Derek White, who can also shoot as well from the perimeter? Thank you, thank you. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And Joe Mazzulla doesn't get enough credit for his coaching either. Oh man, bad. Now the Knicks, bad. Now the Knicks, what they're what fifth? They're fourth or fifth in the East. That matter of fact, they beat Brooklyn. I think they beat Brooklyn like 114 to 10 something. I don't know, but this was interesting though. Like all of the starters had were in the 20s. What's it called? We know Jalen Brunson had 20 something. What's it called? Carl Anthony Towns. I think he had like 26 and 15. He was a monster. Um, yeah, they fourth. Okay, so uh, you know 76. I think they right behind the Magic though. They right behind the Magic. They're going through a jail period. They gotta jail. You know what I'm saying? But they like their record should be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to get familiar with one another. You know what I'm saying? They got to get familiar with each other playing in the trenches, like playing with under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like in a pressure situation with the playoffs and stuff. But the way they performed with that first night, playing Boston, they can't come out like that. You know what I'm saying? So we all know the test is going to be for them to beat Boston, and I don't know about them. They don't really have a chemistry like that. So like I said, they got to go through a jail period, and then also with Cleveland with Cleveland too. You know what I'm saying? If they meet up, if say they meet up with Cleveland or something like that, can they beat Cleveland if they happen to do that? If Cleveland continues to stay like they are and they keep doing what they're doing, they could mess around, man, and end up having home court advantage throughout the entire playoffs. You said Mitchell stayed because the Cavs gave him a higher contract extension. That's not the reason he stayed. That's we all know the reason why he stayed. He stayed because JB Bickerstaff was gone. He demanded him being fired. That like okay, yeah, the money, but let's just be real. I mean, Ted, are y'all with me on this? Everybody else in here, with uh, do y'all agree with me on that? Let's just be real. That's what I just said, Stephen. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that. I said it was either him leave or JB leave. He wasn't getting along with JB Bickerstaff. He wasn't getting along with him. But there you have it, though. There you have it, Stephen Green. There you have it. He he wanted to what he wanted to do. He was gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted some changes to go to happen, and that's why I lost a lot of respect for Donovan Mitchell. You should have went about it a different way. You wasn't really hurt, man. You weren't really hurt, man. Let's just be real. You didn't want to be out there. Uh, Chad, I'm gonna be real with you. You might disagree with me on this. I think it was a pussy move. Donovan Mitchell, that was a piss poor pussy move, man. Because if you could go 15-0, y'all could go 82 and 0. Y'all could go 82 and 0. And then next thing you know, get your ass out. You get your ass bounced out of there. In the get out of there, you know what I'm saying, and you don't win no championship. It don't mean nothing. It was a pussy move, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a power move to me, like, when I think of a power move, when I think of like a chess move, man, I think of like, okay, in football, right? Amari Cooper going to the Bills and the Bills moving Diggs. Now you see Josh Allen playing a lot better or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's throw it back to basketball. Um, a power move would be shit bringing in the pieces that they brought in over there to Detroit and making that situation happen. Because now you got a 3-and-D guy in Hardaway. Um, you got JB Bickerstaff, who's already a proven coach or whatever, and now Detroit is doing a lot better. um, what was another one, man? Because I haven't this offseason, there weren't really no power moves made to me like that. I mean, Clay was, you know what I'm saying? Clay was. It doesn't look like it right now, but I think eventually they'll get it. But that was the ultimate. It's just that I kind of started. I was kind of hesitant to say that because they've been losing. They've been losing some games that they should win. They haven't been as good in the clutch. I think they're like 1-4 or 1-5 in clutch situations this season or some shit like that. But to me, that wasn't no power move. That was off. He took a page out of LeBron James' book. Donovan Mitchell did. Yeah, well, look, Steven, a power move to me. Oh, I'll tell you an even better power move. I'll tell you even better power move, Steven. A better power move to me is would be Drew Holiday, bringing Drew Holiday to the Boston Celtics. That I don't think that's a power move that a lot of people really look at. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a real good power move right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a guy in Drew Holiday who already is a champion, and then you bring him somewhere else, and then his impact, on defense, it helps your team get over that hump. That's all they needed was a guy like Drew Holiday, and then you get him there. Look, Boston got the perfect mix of everything to actually win it to win it again. What's up, Lati? But yeah, those are like to me those are powerful. But what Donovan Mitchell did, man, that was selfish, man. That was selfish. Some people might disagree, you know what I'm saying, because they're looking at it from a standpoint. Oh man, well they're 15-0. What's the problem? But what about when they lose? What are we gonna say when they lose? It's like Golden State right now. Everybody like, oh man, they got rid of Clay. Now all the problems, they're doing way better than the Mavericks and all this other stuff. Well, what's gonna happen later on in the season? Because we still got some games to go. Um, injuries can happen. I hope not. I hope that all teams are at full strength because I don't want to hear no excuses from nobody. That's just something that we got to look at. So I really feel like, man, that move right there, that was a weak ass move. You said why Holiday leaves the Bucks? Because Giannis wanted him out of there. He played poorly. He played poorly in that Miami series. I think it was that Miami series or whatever. And then they blamed it on Drew Holiday. And I mean he didn't play that good, you know what I'm saying? But they blamed it on Drew Holiday and not realizing that, this guy was the key anchor to your defense. Hell yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Drew Holiday is a Hall of Famer, man. Hell yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Yes, he is. Now is he first ballot and all this other stuff? Nah, but I'll give Drew Holiday because you got to look at his impact. You got to look at his impact. You know what I'm saying? If you know who I compare him to? I compare him a lot to Andre Iguodala. The only difference with Andre Iguodala, he got a Finals MVP. But let's just be honest. Drew Holiday could have had that Finals MVP last season. You know why? Because it could have been him. It could have been between him or Jaylen Brown, if we're being real. And and listen, this is another thing that's gonna hurt people's feelings too. While Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they were doing their thing and everything. People forget that Derek White was shooting a high percentage, playing lockdown D, and was damn near 50, 40, 90 throughout the whole entire season. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We talking about Drew Holiday. You know, like what I'm saying, and Ticket brought this up. Shout out to the brother Ticket, man, because I had mentioned what's his name, Jason Tatum, about possibly being in the MVP conversation, and he said, "Nah, man, he got a lot of weapons." And I didn't really look at it like that, but then you started seeing, you looked at the stats, you looked at uh Derek White throughout the season. I was like, man, this dude is shooting a high percentage, putting up points on the board. Um, Drew Holiday, talking about him for a sec. Drew Holiday, man, he put the clamps on Kyrie. He made it difficult for Kyrie coming into this series. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Luka and Kyrie was the best backcourt, and they the best duo. They the best duo. They all skilled and all this other stuff. Can't nobody stop them in scoring. Nah, they put that shit to rest. Drew Holiday played lockdown defense on Kyrie, made it difficult. And like I said, I love Kyrie's game and stuff, but he wasn't doing it. And on top of that, it was a mental thing. So hell yeah, I think that was one of the most to me one of the most smartest strategic and type of coaching adjustments that could have been made, man. Was 6th man of the year, yeah. Chauncey was better than Drew. Well, but no, what did that got to do? What did Drew Holiday got to do with Chauncey Billups? Why are we? What do we? And besides, Chauncey Billups only got 1 ring. Drew Holiday got 2 rings. If we want to go there, and he was an important part. But that I never compared them to. Where did Chauncey Billups coming from? You all right, man? Ain't nobody mentioned nothing about Chauncey Billups. That ain't even no good comparison, man. Why is Chauncey coming up? I'm trying to figure out how did Chauncey get in this conversation? Drew Holiday, I'm talking about Iggy. I was talking about Iggy. I wasn't talking about Chauncey. Chauncey, to me, was a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion, because of what he brought to the table. He was a great great point guard, Finals MVP. Could knock down shots, and on top of that, you look at how he played the point guard position. Yeah, if you're gonna put Vince Carter and T-Mac and all those guys in there, you better put Chauncey Billups in there. And on top of that, Chauncey Billups was consistently either getting to the he was either getting consistently to the finals or to the conference finals. He's been to a lot of conference finals. You putting guys in the MVP that barely could get out of the first round, like T-Mac. In comparison to Vince Carter, I think he only played 1 or 2. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is I want to know, where did the comparison for Drew Holiday and Billups go? That's not what the conversation was about. But yeah, Drew Holiday is a Hall of Famer, man. He's a Hall of Famer, and like I said, I was saying he ain't first ballot, but he should get in there. Oh, come on, man, don't run. I want to know what you're talking about, man. I want to know where that came about. Brogdon, like what do Brogdon and Chauncey Billups got to do with Drew Holiday being a Hall of Famer? That's what I want to know. I'm like Whitney Houston. I want to know. Well, I'm not getting no response, so I'm about to go ahead and roll up out of here. I'm gonna have to talk about that Govan situation later. Uh, Make sure y'all hit the like, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I get at y'all later.